Hello, hello, and welcome. This is Dee Dee Star, and this is Love Seen Heard Lunch Chat. Okay, first of all, hello, Elisa Triplet. Thank you for joining. And I just have to say, today was a struggle, okay? When I tell you everything came up right before I was about to go live, that's why I had to push the live back a little bit. But I was determined to have my lunchtime chat. I was determined because I wanted to talk to my people. So let me just say thank you all who show up for me today. Thank you. Hey, T and TG Mom. Thank you for being here. It was a struggle today. My job, I'm really busy today. I got a call. A new bundle of joy is coming in this afternoon, and they're in another state, and I'm supposed to keep her kids, so I got to arrange all of that and stay at work because it's emergent, but it's not. It's just crazy. Just put it like that. A lot has been going on in my family this week, and so if you on my other lives, you know we had one person in the hospital having a difficulty. Now we got a new life coming into the world. It's just a lot. But hey, it's not so much that I can't handle it. Hello, New Orleans Diva. Thank you for coming. So if you all would, please hit the like button. Thank you for coming to the lunchtime chat. Now, today I'm a little more organized than I was on my last two lunchtime chats because those were really kind of impromptu. And today I kind of planned a little something. So now that I'm talking about a new life is coming into my family today, I wanted to talk about this little positive announcement that I saw today um, on. It was on the Today Show, but then I actually went to their website and pulled it up because I wanted to talk about it. So let me share my screen. And some of you may have heard about it today. I'm not sure. Let me see. Um, but if you can see this, we have a 2024 Gerber baby. Now, most people who know Gerber baby was the thing, especially back in the days of, before social media and all of that. But they always have a contest every single year for Gerber baby. So this year, this cute little boy name is Sonny, and he actually became the Gerber baby for 2024. And I do want to just say a little bit about Sonny. I thought he was so cute. His mom talked about how they did an interview on the Today Show, and I was going to show that at first, but then I said, why do that when I could just go to gerberbaby.com and pull him up? So I mean, well, it's gerber.com. Sorry about that. So it mentions, it asks questions about him. It says that, and look at his little face, y'all. Oh, he is the cutie pie. I'm sorry. I love babies, not gonna have any more, but I love to look at them. And that's just what it is. So you see that cute little face of his. Oh, he is so cute. So anyway, so on the website, it says they're from Arizona. His birthday just passed, so he's already 1 year old. It was June the 20th. And they said, what is his personality like? Now look at that face. You already know he is cute as he want to be with that cute smile. It says Sonny loved his squishy ABC book, toy cars, and play with his toy pots and pans while his mother cooks. And they live in Arizona again. It says Sonny gets a lot of time outside and likes playing on the splash pad. One of his favorite family outings is to visit a local kid-friendly museum around Phoenix. And then it says what makes Sonny laugh the hardest. They said Sonny can't help but giggle when people make funny faces at him, peekaboo with his sister, and tickles from his family. His laughs is endless. I thought this was so cute. And what really got to me is the fact that his mother said they asked her, how did she come up with the name Sonny? Oh my goodness. I just melted when she said it. She said while she was pregnant, one day they were talking, and the sun came across her stomach, and she felt like that was his name. So they named him. His nickname is Sonny. They named him that before he was born. So I mean, I like little gushy stories like that, as you can see. So this is the baby, the Gerber baby for 2024. Isn't that cute? So let me welcome some more people in. Hello, kicking in with Courtney. If you're not subscribed to her, most of you all are because I see you in the chat in hers. But if you're not and you're on the replay or you just coming for the first time, please subscribe to Kicking in with Courtney. She says, hello, everyone, working hard, but in the bushes. I understand because I'm supposed to be at work too, but I'm on my lunch break and I want to talk. Elisa Triplet says, so stinking cute. I would be kissing those fat cheeks all the time. Yes, yes. And you know, the old folks used to say, what should I say old folks? You know, the old timers. They used to say those legs, when those little fat, wrinkly legs, they could just squeeze them. Oh, I love it. I love a little baby. And if you didn't hear it before, I'm welcoming a new nephew in the world in a few hours or so. Just got the call, so I'm waiting for that. So that's why this story really meant a lot to me today, especially for today. So, other news. I do have some other news. Now, all the news is not great, okay? I'm just going to warn y'all now. Yesterday, I was looking at Court TV because I always watch them for the latest court dates, court proceedings that are happening. And I found this is really kind of sad. And I have a lot of words for it, but it's a new case that has just started, okay? And so let me share my screen. I'm going from happy to not so happy, so just bear with me, okay? Let me pull it up. So this is a case that just started. When was it? I think it was yesterday when it started. Now, why can't I find my... Y'all, if you're like me, you have tabs up for everything and everybody. So I cannot find my tab. So I got to put it in again about this case. But this case is really sad. And a lot of people probably can relate. I know I can relate to it. But it's a case where a family tried to care for their mother. It's really sad, like really, really sad. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to pull it up in just a minute. So it's all over YouTube. And I wanted to pull it up on Court TV, but I don't want to get copyright strikes. So I was like, look, I'll just pull it up this way. So let me get back so I can pull it up for y'all. This sister and brother were the sole caretakers of their mother, and she unfortunately passed away. But with this, I hope you all can see it. With this case, it's a lot to it. So not only did they try to care for her, but because she passed away in the way that she did, and if anyone have heard of this case, feel free to chime in. She passed away of neglect. They're saying it's neglect. And so the details of it was tragic. And I'm going to do a longer video on this because I think this is one of those stories that people need to be aware of, because this could happen to anybody, just keeping it real. If you've not heard this story before, I've talked about my husband and myself took care of his mother in 2019 until she passed. And for me, it wasn't difficult because I already had the skills. I've been in the healthcare business for 20 some odd years. So I've taken care of a lot of people, seen a lot of things. Nothing scares me, blood, or, the ins, the outs, all of it. Something open, it don't bother me. I'm just telling you, it don't bother me. So to take care of a person is like second nature to me, seriously. But could anybody do this job? Can anybody just, even though you love your family member and you know they need care, can anybody just do that job? I personally have to tell you no. And I'm going to tell you why. For people who are trained, because like I just told you, for me, nothing bothers me, nothing. And when it comes to, what you see in the hospital, I was on the cardiac unit, the CVICU cardiac unit. Like, so we saw everything. We saw everything. Sometimes we would get people in because we, of course, we specialize with heart surgeries and helping them post surgery. But sometimes, because I work night shift, we had those ones that came in that were not heart surgery, but everything else in between. So I've seen it all in my 20 something years. And the reason why I came out of healthcare is because when you're on a CVICU unit, you're always on. And I started getting older and it was starting to become a lot of anxiety. And I already, as everybody already know that's been on my channel before, I already deal with PTSD. So some of the things was really starting to get to me. I was starting to stay up 24 hours a day. If I didn't go to sleep by a certain time, I was up and I could not go to sleep. Even if I had to work again, it was crazy. I could take a 20-minute nap or something and jump right back up. And I was like, this is not healthy. Then the other thing is I became a mom in between and I worked nights. So I had to change that up too for my baby's sake. So, but just to talk about what it takes to be a caregiver, if you are a mom, if you've ever had to take care of someone before, it is physical, it is emotional, psychological. Everything comes into play when you do caretaking. So as you look at this picture that I'm showing you right here, can you really say that these are two people that would have been adequate in caretaking? Just looking at their picture. And I'm not even going to say their ages yet. I'm not even going to say their ages yet. Just looking at this picture. Because I promise you, I thought they were teenagers. You're going to be shocked. So I'm going to read the article while we're looking at this picture. The article that I'm reading from is on MSN.com. It says Tennessee versus Karen and Michael Murray, brother and sister murder trial. It says Jonesboro, Tennessee Court TV. Testimony is underway in the trial of two siblings in Tennessee who are charged with, we can't say the word because we're on YouTube, for the alleged neglect of their mother. Siblings Karen and Michael Murray are charged with and neglect in the death of their mother, Sheila Murray. Siblings Karen Murray, 49, and Michael Murray, 43. Now let's just stop right there. Let me say hello to some people that done came in because I want y'all to marinate on them ages and look at this picture and you tell me what you see. Because I promise that is not what I was expecting for them, for their ages to be. So let me see. Let me get back up here. TNTG Mom said, thank you. Oh, congratulations, Sonny. I don't know where I saw that, girl. My eyes not working right. I got a lot on my mind, so please forgive me if I mess up today because it's just a lot going on. But I had to come to my people. Taisha J says, good afternoon. And I'm saying good afternoon to you too. Welcome. Carmen Wallace, good afternoon. Hello. The Network Specialist, hello. And if you're not subscribed to Network Specialist, please do so. She also has great content. Elisa Triplett says, not everyone can provide adequate care for a parent who is very sick. You really need help. Yes. Now, And think about what I'm reading in this article because it gets deep. Thank you for that comment. So T, that's me. Hey, dropping in on your break. Thank you. Welcome. And you can always hit the replay. Um, are they limited mental? Elisa, that's what I'm saying. But we're gonna get into it. So T, that's me said I'm gonna have to put it in the tube because they look like teenagers on my phone. Okay, no, they look like teenagers wherever you put it at. I'm watching it, and when they said the names, I was saying, huh? These do not look like grown people, okay? And they look even different today than they did in this picture. This is their mugshot, of course. So they look even different now. Carmen Wallace says, wow, 43 and 49, past grown folk age. Yes. And then Network Specialist said, I would never have guessed that age. Me either. Like when I saw that yesterday, I said, I got to talk about this. I have to talk about it. Okay. But I'm running out of time. I got 10 minutes. So let me finish reading. So it says they are charged with first degree and aggravated neglect of a vulnerable adult in the death of their mother, Sheila Murray. Sheila was 68 years old, which is also young. My mama is 70. So I'm 51. I'm right in this age group with them and my mom. It says when prosecutors say she was unalive at the hands of her children. So when I first heard it, I was thinking they were going to say that the children did something to her to cause her to be unalive, but that wasn't the case. It says in August 2019, Sheila was unalive after she was admitted to the hospital. Promptly, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to look into the circumstances of her unaliving. Investigators said they determined Karen and Michael were responsible for the abuse and neglect that resulted in her unaliving. Karen and Michael were indicted and arrested in March 2021. The indictment reviewed on Court TV does not specify any acts of neglect or abuse, but alleges that they occurred between April 4th, 2019, August 10th, 2019. If convicted of first degree M, both siblings face a potential sentence of life in prison without parole. Okay, so if you want to catch up on this case, you can because it just started. The first day of the opening statements was on the 25th. So which was what's today, the 27th. So that was Tuesday when they started opening statements, and then yesterday was the second day of the trial. So this is really deep for me, okay? Because and I look, when you've been, I'm 51 years old. I hate to keep saying that I can, kind of relate to these stories, but it's just true. And I like to talk about stuff that I can actually relate to instead of bringing something that I have no knowledge about. So remember the dates was April the 4th, 2019. At that very moment, I was dealing with my own situation, which is similar to what they were going through. My mother-in-law was sick. She had the C, not the P, the what was going on at that time, the P C, but she had the big C where she was supposed to get treatment for, but she couldn't get treatment because she also had a really bad infection, bacteria infection. So the doctors told us basically if they treat one of them was gonna unalive her. So they put her on hospice and they asked my husband what he wanted to do. To my surprise, he said, bring her home. I knew what that meant. He did not. So for the next 2 weeks, it was on me and him to care for her. And that's what we did. We really did care for her. It was like having a newborn baby because, I mean, not to get into all the details, but she was paralyzed, so she could not get up. So we had to I put all my skills into play, change a bed while she was in it. We was rolling, turning, cleaning, doing it all. 24 hours a day for those 2 weeks. Not to mention, I was working They would not allow me to get on leave because she was my mother-in-law. So even though I was her power of attorney, they did not approve my leave. So I had to work. Thank goodness I work at home. And my supervisor at the time, hold on one second. Sorry about that. My supervisor at the time was really, really good to me. She allowed me to care for my mother in law. I told her the situation. I told her they did not allow me to be off from work. I was not in customer service at the time where I would be on the phone. I had special projects I had to do. So I'm thankful for that whole situation. So I was able to handle it, but I also have the skills to do so. Let's talk about that. I've been trained. I've worked under surgeons, under, anesthesiologists and all of that. I was right on the front line of it. So I knew what to do. My husband, on the other hand, was clueless. So I remember that first day when she got here, I said, look, it's on us. We got to do it. And he didn't understand. When I got through, my husband could have worked at any nursing home because I got him ready. That's how skilled I am, because I love taking care of people, and I really, really love it. I'm not playing. The only reason why I'm not in it now is because I'm older, I'm tired and broke down, and them working them 12s and working them floors is no joke. But okay, let's get back to this case. So I'm saying that all to say I understand the depths of taking care of a family member. Not to mention the emotional part of seeing a family member going down in front of your eyes and you really cannot do nothing about it. Now, as the case goes on, and I'm going to do a video and detail everything. So I'm just giving everybody an overview. So if you really want to, kind of see it for yourself, go to Court TV. I do have to caution you on that second day of testimony, the details of what they found when they walked in that house was horrific. Okay. It was horrific. Now, part of the story is the mother was sent to a nursing home. She was sent to a nursing home. However, the father decided to take her out of the nursing home and bring her home for them to care for her. Okay? That's another piece of the case. So now you're looking at these two people, and it's no offense to them, none. But I cannot imagine those two people being capable of caring for their mother in the way she needed to be cared for. And when I do the video, I'm going to break down her illnesses and everything. I just don't have time today. I just want to bring this up because it hits home for me. It hit home so much for me. And, I don't know if they did the best they could. I can't speak on that. But what I can speak to is, if you're not trained properly to care for someone, it can easily come across as being neglectful, because you don't know what to look for. You don't know what's needed. You can try to call somebody to help, but if you don't have the money, they don't come. And I can say this too, because I work on the insurance side now. That's what I do now. So I went from being face to face with it to the backside of helping people get their medical situations paid for. So when it comes down to Medicare and different insurance companies, there's certain things they will pay, certain things they won't pay. If you hit in this threshold where you just make just enough not to be considered poor, there's a lot of services that are not available for you like people think. So, I was reading some of the comments. They were saying, well, why couldn't they have a nurse to come in? Why couldn't they have a caretaker to come in and help them? Why can't they do this and do that? I'm telling you, because of what I do now, and because I know from being on the front line, that is not offered to you in that way. If you don't have the money to pay for those services because you make too much to get the state services, you don't have the help. And that's just what it is. That is just what it is. So when I get into it a little deeper, because I am going to go deep, I'm not going to talk about everything because some of it people will not even be able to handle. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I've seen it all, done it all. It doesn't bother me. But some people will not be able to take some of the details that they talked about in this case. And it's sad. It's sad. So for me, I feel sorry for them in one way because they was not capable of taking care of their mother. Just by looking at them, I know, and I'm just making an educated guess. Allegedly, look, let me put my banner up. I don't need nobody coming over here. I ain't got that kind of problem. I don't got that money. But look, I'm telling you, just from what I see, they were not able to take care of their mother in the state that she was in. 49, 43, it does not matter. I don't care how old they are. They were not capable of taking care of their mother. The second thing is, I didn't even say this yet, the father ended up passing away too. So he made the decision to bring her home. But as they're talking about the case, he was not able to help them in taking care of her. He left it to them. What is their mental state? What is their educational state? I don't know. But I'm just saying, some of y'all with me, just looking at this picture, I'm just saying, and we're going to get into it. Did they have the capabilities of taking care of a woman who was that sick? Okay. So it's really a lesson for all of us because we all have parents that are getting older in age, and ourselves, we're getting older. I want to say a few things before I get off because I got to go. Ooh, these lunchtime chats be flying by, but I love it. One thing I want to say, if you haven't got your orders, your fares in order, please do so. And give it to the person that you know will handle it correctly. Hey, Tia P, thank you for coming. Give it to the person you know that will be able to handle it. Because I'm telling you right now, everybody can't handle it. And even though you may love your parents, you love them, or whoever the person is that needs the care, you may love them with all your heart. However, if you know you're not capable, do not take it on because it's dangerous. And these two adults, because they're not children, even though they look young, they're not children. But these two siblings are facing the fight of their life because their father made the decision to bring mama home and they were not capable of taking care of her. And it was some of the comments in the chat, they were so insensitive. And so I feel two ways about it. It's hard for me. I feel I'm stuck on this case. I got to hear more about it. Like I said, we just in day 3 of the trial. I got to hear some more. But just from what I heard the first 2 days, and I'm reading the chat and looking at how insensitive people can be, this could happen to anybody who is not capable of handling the things that you have to handle when you have a family member that's ill. I really want people to understand that. I'm very passionate about it. I worked in the hospital. I saw people who were devastated, didn't know what to do, didn't know how to act. Look, I worked on a heart floor where we did heart surgeries every day of the week. The surgeons, just to tell you this real quick, the surgeons got the McDonald's taken away from the hospital because as soon as our patients was able to get up and eat, they would go get them a Big Mac. I promise you. I promise you. Those surgeons were so mad. They would be so angry. But it's because we as people, we love on our family members the best way we can. And sometimes we don't think about if that's best for them or not. We just think about, I want my mama to feel good. I want my dad to feel good. I want them to be happy with me. So if they ask you, hey, bring me that Big Mac or that quarter pounder, I want that large shake from McDonald's, knowing just 4 or 5 days ago they came out of open heart surgery because they had blockages. And this is why we're here. People do it. They do it. So I really want, if you go into this case, I want you to be open-minded about it and not be so judgmental, because that was really hurting my heart like yesterday to read the comments. They were so judgmental about them. But I got both sides of it, from being a caretaker for other people's family members as well as taking care of my own family member and knowing what it entails. So I want to say so much more, but I can't. Um, Elise Triplet said, I know I'm going through this right now with my daughter's father. Oh my goodness, we are divorced, but it's falling on my daughter. So me too. It took the VA months and months to approve his benefits. Yes, I'm telling you, Elisa. Oh, I could talk to you, girl. Look, it is so serious. Please reach out to me if you need to, because I can give you some resources too to help you and your daughter, because it's not just about the patient, the family member, it's about the caretakers too. And a lot of times, what the caretakers have to deal with and what they have to see is so difficult, and you never forget it. It's a part of you. So please, I'm just saying, please get your affairs in order. Choose the right person for care. Think about it, talk about it. If you're married, talk to your spouse and say, hey, could you really handle this? Just another story of mine. I got so many, sorry y'all, but it's just the truth. This is my life. I don't even really talk about this stuff, but I had a platform too to get it all out of my head and also to bring awareness to people. When I lost my child, I had a C-section. It was emergent. Well, I ended up getting an infection in my incision. And if you ever been there, you've been there. It ain't no joke. My husband had to pack my incision for me. They had to teach him what to do. Like, I've been married 25 years. It ain't nothing you can tell me about my husband, or you can think whatever you want to, but I know what relationship we have, because he had to do that. He has no medical training, no nothing. And I had to talk him through it, walk him through it. Sometimes had to keep him from crying because he thinking he's hurting me. And I'm saying, but we got to do this. I'm telling you, talk to your family before something happens to make sure you can get the best care that you can. These two people on the screen, this can happen to anybody. I'm just telling you. The network specialist said, this is very interesting. Caregiving can be very overwhelming. Speaking from experience, yes, it is overwhelming. It's not for the faint of heart. And you can't just say, I love them and I just want to do the best. If you want to do the best, make sure they got the best care. If you know that your family member is getting older, and it's hard because you're getting in people's business now. Everybody don't want you in their business, but try to go about it in a way. And I might do a live about this too, because that was something that my mother-in-law did. We had our times, we was back and forth. It was a lot. But the one thing I do know, she trusted me with everything. She put me as power of attorney over my husband. I was over her other children. Not that I wanted it, not that I asked for it. That's what she did, because she knew who I was and what type of, care I would give her. She just knew that. So she did that. Now, did I go through a lot with it? We'll talk about that on another day. That's a whole nother story time. But I'm just saying this because this really hit me today when I thought about what I saw in the comments, how people were really insensitive, and then when I thought about what it takes for caregiving for real. There are emotional groups out there, supportive groups for people who are caregivers. A lot of people don't know about that. I'm going to put a lot of stuff when I do my other video. I'm going to put a lot of resources in it because this is a serious subject for me. We're in a state of, I don't want to say recession. I don't know if that's a bad word for YouTube, but some people feel like that. Everything is expensive. People can't afford it. People can't afford it. There are good caregivers, but there are bad caregivers too. I saw it with my own eyes being in the field. So you just really have to have these honest conversations with your family. Let me read some more comments. Elisa Triplet said, I knew we couldn't handle it. So my out-of-pocket expenses were astronomical because we needed an experienced sitter. Yes. And even if it's for a few hours a day, that's better than nothing. But then, like she just said, the amount of money it takes, it's unreal to me. She also says, we had a wonderful sitter for my mom, and I was lucky she was able to help, but I had to pay for it myself, and it is not cheap. Right. So, Elisa, oh, I feel you. That's why me and my husband was doing it 24 hours a day. We was on our own. And you know, because she didn't get out of bed, or she didn't have a clock in the room, she didn't want the TV on, nothing. So when she called my name, I was up and ready. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes she wants some tea. You know, it was different things, or I had to, you know, do the necessary things to care for her, and that could be at any time of day or night. So I'm telling you from experience, have these conversations now. Hey, Miss Z, welcome, welcome. And hey, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Y'all, I gotta go. I don't want to pass my lunch break, but this is me when I'm passionate. So look out. I got more stuff to come, but I really want to bring this to your attention. And all those who are in the replay, thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who came in on the lunch chat. I hope you learned something today. I hope I leave you with a thought. We're going to get on this conversation. I want to watch this case throughout before I do my commentary completely, but I am going to do like day by day, the day by day testimony, because I think this is a very important subject that we don't have enough, and especially in our community, because our parents are getting older and a lot of them don't realize what it takes to continue to care for them. And I'm gonna say this too, it's not always about the money. You know, it is a lot about the money, but it's not always about the money. It's the person who is mentally, emotionally stable enough to care for their family member, make great decisions for them, make sure you do whatever you can to have their quality of life be the way you would want your quality of life to be. You don't want to put them in a circumstance where you may end up like these siblings on my screen. So I just want to say, if you didn't feel love before, I hope I showed you love today with this content. If you've not seen in your life, I see you. And please look for other people that may feel invisible so you can see them too. If you want to be heard, I hear you. You can always reach out to me. Everything is love seen heard. You can send me a message. I am all about the HIPAA laws, so I am confidential. I will not tell, but I really want to be that sounding board, and that's who I've been my whole life. So it doesn't bother me. If I can help, I'll help. If I can't, I'll send you to the resources that can. And sometimes we just need a listening ear. So be there for somebody in your life as well. You never know how it may change them. Just to hear them vent and say what they got to say. Also, I'm looking forward to my new bundle of joy. I can't wait. So he should be here sometime tonight or this evening. So, you know, I'm praying for my sister-in-law and hoping everything goes well. And I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, what else I need to say before I go? Oh, all those who are going to start the Healthy Initiative with me, I'm going to send you out some information. So please, please be sure to look in your email, because I got some things I'm going to send out to you. Then let me read these last few comments. The network specialist said, yes, we need to have these hard conversations with our family. We do ASAP, because you never know from day to day what may happen. Just here to inspire said, love and blessings to all here from the bushes. Great live today. Thank you, Jess. And I tell y'all don't know, you made my day. I just wanted to start doing these lunchtime chats because I felt like I was getting off track and I wasn't being consistent. I want to be consistent because I do want my channel to grow. So if this is something interesting to anybody you know, please share it. Share the video. Share the information. We're going to get into this really deeply soon. But until then, take care. Be safe. Stay out of that sun. And Carmen Wallace said, great. Enjoyed the live at the pool, catching up on more of your content. Let me tell you something, Carmen. Swim for me, because I really need that water today, but I can't do it. I'm at work. It's a whole thing. But hopefully I can get in it this weekend. So enjoy, girl. And I hope you're sipping on something good, too, while you're at the pool. So anyway, love you all. Take care. This is Dee Dee Star. You have been loved, seen, heard. And I hate to say it, I hate to do it, but I gotta be out. Bye.